Alright, everybody, we are live. Oh, the game is apparently not. Alrighty. Alright, everybody, we're doing Emerald this week, and our video that will premiere on Friday will be with Mr. Mime. Today we'll be doing Hypno, two somewhat relatively unused psychic types. I mean, there's a lot of psychic types people know from Gen 1, like Mewtwo, Alakazam, I guess, yeah, Slowbro. Not many people remember, like, Hypno. I mean, I guess Mr. Mime because of the whole Galarian form, but there's relatively some of the lesser-known ones. So it'll be interesting to see how Hypno does. Because unlike most psychic types, this thing has actual defenses, and it's actually it's a balanced attacker. It has an equal attack and special attack. But you can see on my stats in the bottom left that my attack and special attack don't match. That's because I have a rash nature, plus special attack minus special defense. We can get some more use out of moves like Psychic and HP Water. And we're running HP Water effectively to deal with Flannery, but it does also help with other fights, like Steve and Stone, for example, because all of his Pokemon are at least neutral to water, so it's actually pretty decent for Psychic types to use. Hypno's the biggest victim of the special split. Yeah, I think its bigger number went to the defensive stat. And our ability is Insomnia. It's sort of like a double-edged sword. We can't be put to sleep by the opponent, but we can't use rest. So I'm sure Ike the Killer would be proud of us today. Yeah, we're not allowed, we can't use rest. It just straight up won't work. But I'm pretty sure we won't need it. Like, I can just imagine, like, our moveset is mainly just going to consist of, like, having Psychic, Hidden Power Water, Calm Mind. Not really, maybe, I don't know, like... I mean, I guess Shadow Ball for Tate and Liza? Yeah, true, X. Not many... There aren't many opponents in this game that like putting you to sleep. Alright, so, I'm just going to read through the quick summary of the notes. I've started using PaceLink for the notes. I still haven't, like, fully, like, moved over all my notes. At least the ones that I still have. But I'm slowly putting the new ones on there. Alright, so... yeah, let's see here. We're mainly going to be using Meditate, specifically the mid-game area in Tate and Liza. Afterwards, we'll be exclusively using Calm Mind. HP Water may seem weird, but it's for general coverage in Steven. HP Water is our Tate and Liza, Shadow Ball is. And then we're essentially going to want to get Psychic as soon as possible. Like, essentially before Watson, because I hope you had time to look over our stats. I had to put those in at the last minute because I forgot to put them in there. But essentially, if we arrived at Watson at like level 30, let's say, I mean, we are in the medium slow group, so, or medium fast, sorry. So it is entirely possible to get there around level 30. But the one issue is by level 30, our best move is going to be like Confusion and Headbutt. So we essentially do want Psychic, but what makes it easy is it's one of the cheaper TMs to the game corner. It only costs $70,000. One thing can make it a lot easier, though, is we could get Thief and then backtrack to all the rich trainers and steal their nuggets. But I actually know you can still get that money without Thief. You just have to fight more trainers and just refuse to, like, buy potions and stuff. But honestly, I think if I was saving up for Flamethrower, I would actually Thief the nuggets. But honestly, I think the amount of time it takes to backtrack probably wouldn't be worth it, because you can easily get 70,000 before Watson. You just have to, like, buy, like, the bare essentials. Like, don't even buy potions or anything. Just buy, like, a few Pokeballs, like 11, 15 regular repels, and that's essentially it. And then just fight pretty much every trainer that you can feasibly fight. Plus, the Emerald area has a lot of trainers around it. If this was Ruby and Sapphire, I would 100% use Thief because there's far fewer trainers. Hey, Dominic, found a GameStop that sells DSs? That sold, oh, like an actual DS? Nice. Never know what you'll find over there. Alright, so, and if we take a look at our leaderboard for a quick comparison, These are our current ranked Pokemon. We only have 11 on here. You may notice some of them are missing, like Latios, Magcargo, Lileep. Those runs were done before I mandated the Steven Stone fight, and I decided instead of just either forcing myself to do a second playthrough with them, or like just leave them on there, I decided to just take them off the leaderboard. It's something like Scott did. Like, I think he has the final evolved Kanto starters off of his yellow leaderboard because the runs were just too old. So I did something similar. So yeah, I took off every playthrough that did not fight Steven. Found a titanium colored DS for 99 on Amazon, GBA Emerald for cheap too. Make sure it's real because usually authentic emeralds sell for like $100. Make sure it's real. Emerald is one of the easiest games to fake. But anyway, the reason I have my over-under set to 125 is because that's Jirachi's time. Basically, do you guys think this will do better or worse than Jirachi? I think this will actually do better. Because the one thing that really held Jirachi back, its move pool was kind of bad, and it was in the slow level up group. Maybe being in a better XP group will be good. Well, I wasn't talking about the DS, I meant the Emerald. You want to make sure that's an authentic copy of Emerald. Because if it's a reproduction copy, those are known not to save properly. But yeah, I'm most likely not going to use the Thief strat. I think that would just be way too much backtrack. In that time, I could just fight trainers. Plus, I can also sell things like the Macho Brace, the HP up, the elixirs. Fun stuff. Alright, and the one great thing about this Pokemon, it gets Pound. You may wonder, why did you praise Pound? The very first trainer in this game is youngster Calvin with a Poochyena. And a lot of Psychic types in this game only start with Psychic moves, and they have to get Struggle for that guy. Latios. But, this thing gets Pound, so I don't have to do Struggle training. That is extremely good. Alright, well, I guess let's, get started. Yeah, I can learn Brick Brick. It's all the way near the end of the game in Satopolis. We may use it, we may not. I haven't read ahead far enough in my notes. Alright, so yeah, let's see. I'm looking through these notes here. Let's see, Roxanne's pretty simple. Brawly is the Lost Brawler. And then Watson, I gotta make sure I get 70 grand for him and then get Psychic. Okay, let's get started. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm just going to get that potion just because I'm not going to be able to buy some, so I may as well pick up the free ones. Oh yeah, we're running a female one, obviously. It's kind of the default in a lot of these runs. Hypno would be Diddy's starter. Most likely. Alright, so... Ooh, early Zigzagoon. Hypnosis. Alright, Flyer. Come on, Flyer. Like a 20% chance. I mean, what I'm going to start doing these Emerald runs is, since it's a 20% spawn, if I don't encounter a Flyer within 10 attempts, I start the run over. That was within 6, so I'll take it. Sydney and Glacia aren't really that hard. Focus Blast was not introduced until Gen 4, so the answer to that is no. Alright, I know these trainers are not good, but early game levels do matter a lot. And besides, I need to enter the mart here and buy 10 repels. Fighting all these trainers will actually let me get that 10th repel. Without fighting these trainers, I can only afford 9. Use the platinum of all starters and backports. I think I've done Infernape in red and blue. I think we did Torterra in red and blue with Gym Leader Matt a long time ago. I don't think we... Actually, we did backport Empoleon in red and blue. I remember making the sprite, and I remember it was so ugly. Okay, that was a good one, Area 91. Yeah, I'm not going to be using the Thief strat. I just think it would be way too much time to backtrack. I think the Thief strat is only worth it if you need one of the Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, or Ice Beam. Well, not Ice Beam or Thunderbolt, but if you need Flamethrower for Watson. If you need Flamethrower and you can learn Thief, then yeah. Or if it's Ruby and Sapphire. I think Ruby and Sapphire, the Thief strat is way more valuable because there's not as many trainers. In fact, even with the Thief strat, getting $80,000 before Watson and Ruby and Sapphire is very, very freaking hard. Or if you have the Abra. True, if I happen to randomly find the Abra, but I don't force Abra encounters because in my opinion that's cheating. Like, Abra is a huge time saver, and if you want to have it, and it's a rare Pokemon, like, you should have to work to find it. Like, I don't think it should just be given out for free. I only get Abra just if I happen to find it. Sometimes in runs, I will purposefully look for one. But most of the time, not really, because that time investment just wouldn't be worth it. And if only you could steal those full restores to sell for money. Also, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of an appropriate song for Hypno. Have any of you guys seen that old creepypasta song? It was sung by Hypno. I don't remember what the song was called. But it was like a song with like Lavender Town as the music, and it had Hypno singing it. Yeah, if you have to train for Roxanne, you have a lot of chances to find one. Those are usually the best chances to get it. But what I meant is like just randomly going out of your way for one. You didn't get super luck? Darn. Yeah, I don't remember what that creepypasta song is called. I'm sure you could just look up creepypasta Hypno song. You'll probably find it. Hypno's Lullaby? That's what it is. You know, in Alola, Kamola beat the singing Jigglypuff. I liked the singing Jigglypuff. It was funny. Yeah, I'm probably gonna Hypnosis the, that thing. Hey, I confused them all sleeping. Oh no, I've been blocked. Alright, I've only got 8 uses of Confusion left, so gotta make sure I preserve these. I'll get healed at the end of the route. I don't think that's the reason Red never talks. I think the like the technical real reason they did it like that is probably because like in the original games that you played, Red and Blue, like Red pretty much never talked because you were effectively playing him, and it never really would have made sense if in Crystal they gave him dialogue. Because the whole point of it is to feel like you were fighting your past self. Like that's what it was supposed to feel like. That's the reason he doesn't say anything. It's sort of referenced in like the Mystery Dungeon games as well. I know in Red and Blue Rescue Team, Time, Darkness, and Sky, when you get to the point where you could have different Pokemon be your team leader instead of just whatever you start with, if you decide to have your team leader be somebody else, and your actual Pokemon, like the one you started with, if you have him be like a side character, not the main leader, whenever you talk to him in a dungeon, when you technically talk to yourself, you just don't say anything. It's just all dots. I think that's a reference to Red. Hey, Mario. Hey, Axu, did you see that Scott in his solo running Discord, he officially released his first version of the Gen 4 overlay? Definitely pretty cool he did that, but a lot of people's soft computers definitely can't run the games efficiently. I mean, my old one couldn't. Emerald was the game that drew you into Pokemon? I think for me, it was Fire Red and Leaf Green. Though that doesn't mean I'll do Gen 4 unless if it's Bruno Diamond and Surge Pearl. Yeah, I remember how you told me you're not the biggest fan of like platinum runs. I do agree. I do see like where you're coming from though, because it's just very weird. You play games where like most of the difficulty is in the first 5 gyms, and then it maxes out at Cyrus, and then the rest of the league just an absolute cakewalk. When most other games, Pokemon games, don't play like that. Usually, like, the difficulty slowly gets harder. I'd play yellow looking for the red Gyarados. Oh, that's funny. Alright, everybody, say hi to the Lost Brawler. This is what I'm going to start calling him whenever he's an absolute joke. We either delay Brawly till later, or we fight the Lost Brawler. Also, you guys may be getting concerned that this is taking so many confusions, but Meditite can never damage me, because Confusion's 100% accurate. Yeah, I know I could have probably fought the trainers in that gym for money, but honestly, the training's not worth it too. Besides, most of the good trainers that give the good money are surrounding Mauville. So, yeah, I'll just wait till there. Alright, I'm going to do the Soda House just for a tiny bit of training. Plus, I'm going to use the Soda Pops as my healing item, so that way I don't have to buy any. Diamond Pearl, difficulty's easy until you get to the late game with a giant level jump and there's less candies. Yeah, the Elite Four is in general, in my opinion, just harder in Diamond and Pearl. Just because it's harder to out-level them when their levels are a lot higher. Like, in Platinum, like, you might be, like, 75 going into Cynthia's level 62 Garchomp, but instead it'll be 66. But those extra levels can make a difference. Plus, there's always the chance the AI just pulls a Bruno, which is pretty funny. But theoretically, it actually kind of makes the AI less predictable. It actually kind of nerfs substitute strats. Like, if you were against Fantina and her Miss Magius, she's not guaranteed to just spam Confuse Ray on you. She can just do whatever she wants. Hey, Shadow. How's the freaky Pokemon from Kanto doing? It's doing pretty good so far. Although Hypno does need to take some time before Watson, because I need to buy the TM for Psychic before him, which is going to cost me about $70,000. Difficulty starts Cyrus too. Yeah, the first, like, I think the first, like, 4 gyms are pretty easy. Well, I'd say Wake is a bit iffy. Fantina is definitely a little difficult. Dude, I just got healed. Byron is still a joke in that game. He's honestly more of a joke. But yeah, it honestly starts with the final Cyrus fight. That's like the first truly difficult fight, is the final Cyrus fight. And then Volkner is just Volkner, but then the Elite Four difficulty just picks up. Plus, one thing you're not mentioning, Axew, Harbor Mail, thanks for the reminder. One thing you're not mentioning, it's not just levels that really matter, it's the speed values. Like, Flint's Pokemon aren't really that fast in Platinum. Like Axew, tell me what his fastest Pokemon is between Pearl and Platinum. Harbor Mail, the Mart. Actually, there's no TM in there. It's the Swagger Tutor. Why do you need mail? You have to give somebody Harbor Mail to get the coin case. It's pretty weird. Oh, I actually can't get the PP up. I didn't get cut. I gotta do the Trick House too, so give me a moment. Yeah, Flint's Infernape and Diamond and Pearl has 170 speed, and the Rapidash is like in the 160s, which is faster than Platinum's fastest Pokemon. It's mainly the speed stats that make a huge difference. Yeah, compared to 140, it's mainly the speed stats. It makes an enormous difference with how fast they are. Don't worry, RS and X and Y are tied for the easiest games in the series. Would I say they're the easiest? I would agree so, yeah. It feels kind of broken to just be given free megas. Guard spec, Giovanni's been here. Well, then again, in terms of solo runs, they're not easy. But in terms of, like, a team setting, like a casual setting, then yeah, they're easy. Even Flint's Rapidash and Bruno Diamond is actually faster than Platinum Monkey. Although I will say, Eartha's team in Diamond and Pearl is horrifically bad. Like, for example, she leads with a Quagsire, and its only attacking move is Dig. Which is, if you lead with a flying type, she ends up switching out of it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, come on. Thank you. I can't solo run any game without resets. Are you kidding me? Soda Pop. Plus, even though people make fun of Flint's team in Diamond and Pearl, in a solo run setting, his team having a huge variety of defensive typings, like Ghost Flying and Steel Ground, does make him actually relatively difficult, depending on what you're running. In fact, Flint was the reason I rage quit originally doing the Beesbequin and Mothim runs in Diamond and Pearl. They were supposed to be videos back in like February or something, but Flint made me rage quit so much, like even though I did the run 2 separate times, that I just canceled those videos entirely. Sword and Shield? I don't know. When I played through them casually, I felt it was just average. Headbutt, finally. Yeah, the Steelix and Lopunny have Sunny Day. I do think the Lopunny is the worst of his good Pokemon. Or of his Pokemon. I think the Lopunny is straight up the worst, because its only good things about it are Sunny Day and Charm. Like, really not... It does have Fire Punch, but it doesn't really do too much. I mean, the Steelix is obviously good because it's very defensive, but it can't really do too much. But the Drifblim is annoying as hell. It's got Minimize and Baton Pass. I don't need to explain why that's awful. Yeah, I wish I could have watched that a bit longer, Axu, but I think I was heading to work or something. Actually, in Sword and Shield, I did lose to Leon one time. My first time fighting him, but I actually did lose. Oh yeah, it does have Mirror Coat. I've never actually seen it use that move. Plus, yeah, overall less rare candies too. Plus, I do like how in those games it gives you early hidden power, so essentially, there's no such thing as a Pokemon with a difficult Rourke split. Because if you have a difficult time against Rourke, you can just give yourself like hidden power water, hidden power grass, hidden power steel, fighting, ground. There's like a lot of different options. Ice. There's like a lot of different options you could give it. And if only it was possible to actually get all of those levels. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh my god. Oh. I pretty much never get to go in here. Yeah, Dominic, that is completely wrong. Gen 9 is actually quite challenging. Some of the final boss fights are pretty hard. What was that place? It was the Trainer Tower. Then again, I don't listen to any of Dominic's opinions on Gen 8 or Gen 9 because he's openly admitted he never bought the Switch in the first place. I don't really listen to his opinions on those games. Hey, look, my attacking stats are the same. I mean, Gita does suck, yeah. I mean, her team is good, but the problem is she uses it in such a horrible way. Like, for example, you're supposed to save King Gambit for last because of its signature move. Or its ability, I don't remember which, but she uses it, like, early in the fight, which is just dumb. I played the Gen 8 ROM. That doesn't really count. Damn it. I can't believe I've done this again. I mean, at least I get money out of this. I mean, I'm sure the whole nugget, like using Thief to get nuggets strat is probably the better play. But the main reason just I'm not doing it is because the one disadvantage, if I choose to use the Thief strat to get nuggets to get Psychic, I do end up at a lower level for Wallace. Or not Wallace, Watson. Yeah, she should have led with the Glamora. Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. Ah, come on, dude. No, Lysander was totally a secret villain. How are we supposed to know that he was the villain? Watson feels like early game Wallace. Yeah, I totally meant what I said, yeah. Also, the reason I'm holding the Macho Brace is just to get extra EVs while doing this. Like, if you have to do this training anyway, you may as well just hold the Macho Brace for a little bit. Get some free EVs out of it. Get those later. Also, I'm going to try my best to hold on to Hypnosis on the moveset just to help me catch the Meryl easier when I get there. Man, come on. Just one nest ball. I still have some great balls in the back. Alright, this is essentially the last trainer before Watson. Well, technically his gym trainers. I'm going to go ahead and fight his gym trainers. Then I'll go purchase Psychic. Dude, forget Cynthia PTSD. There was Volo. Like, Volo essentially caused the Cynthia PTSD to come back to people. And then he just completely destroys your team. I spent like 2 days training for that fight after he beat me the first time. Yeah, and the Illumise Volbeat Bug Maniac here give very good XP. Oh my god. In the piano. You know what's funny? I saw this King of the Hill meme one time. It was the scene where Hank was asking Bobby, "What you listening to there, boy?" And then he goes, "Oh, I don't think you'd like it." And he's like, "What do you mean? I'm into this new generation of music." And then he put the headset on to play the Cynthia's theme, and his eyes like went all scared, and there was like Vietnam-style flashbacks to the Cynthia fight, and it was just so funny. Okay, let's see if this is enough. I don't want that. Hey, actually, do I need a tract for anything? I didn't read ahead far enough in those, but am I going to need a tract at all? Should I hold on to it? I'll sell everything else first. I'll keep the 2 great balls. Paralyze heal, 2 ethers, Stardust, soft sand, EP up, guard spec, dire hit, X speed, heart scale, max ether, HP up, black glasses. You do? Okay. That is not enough money. Oh. What are you holding? Oh, dude, I want that nugget so bad. Did I forget something? Because, actually, there are some more trainers I can fight. That's weird. When I recorded the Mr. Mime run for the video this Friday, I had the money. Did I, like, forget about somebody? Is there, like, some sort of high money item I never picked up? Yeah, I didn't sell the candy, but if I'm desperate, I will sell it. Maybe I should have gotten Thief. Well, I mean, I already sold it, though, so it's too late. At least these bikers give good money. I mean, there are still more trainers on the beach I skipped. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have skipped those beach trainers. Well, if I know for a fact I don't need the rare candy, I could sell it. Yeah, I thought I could have done this just fine, but who knows? Maybe after I fight all these trainers, I'll have barely enough. I'm only at 63,000, though. I can't think of trainers that I missed. I didn't... Torment. That's what the TM was in that house. Somebody in here has Torment. Dude Bell, I can sell that. That's the Swagger Tutor. Is the tent. Oh, not the fan club. Oh, true. I didn't get Bullet Seed either. Dude, I don't... I hate the fact I have to do this. I mean, I technically never got the Silk Scarf either. Are you winning? No. Hope I can make these repels last. I should, yeah. The Route 116 rich people. True. Yeah, this was a very inefficient Hypno run. Then again, I'm already 30 minutes in. Star Sooth Bell, Heart Scale, Potion. Okay. I can just pick up more Pokeballs. Alright, guys, look away. Hey, look, $70,000. Alright, so it's this person that has the coin case. Yeah. Yeah, one rare candy's not going to ruin it. I know some people just don't like it when I sell rare candies. Alright, I'm going to get rid of Disable. Yeah, and I'll have to use the money that Watson gives to buy some repels. I did a Scott. I used Hypnosis when it wasn't necessary. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Grab Secret Power. We want it for Hidden Power. Headbutt isn't going to cut it for Mightyena, plus HP Water guarantees the 2 camera ups, and grab Attract. Norman's relatively fine. Oh, I forgot the repels. I'll just take my chances. I'm not going back. How much XP do Torkoal give? Bad. Oh my god, this is extreme. I'm trying to walk because running and biking increase your encounter rate. Double team, Shockwave, Secret Power, Nugget. Yeah, I'll need to buy more repels later. Oh, no. This guy. I'm going to be picking up some more high money items too, because that way I can be able to buy vitamins in Lily Cove. Alright, so then before I go up to Maxi, I gotta remember to get Hidden Power Water. Darn. I messed that up. Just because I can. This may be faster if you take into account the menuing, but I'm not sure. Probably not. I'm broke. I'm doing this just to save repels. Normally I don't do this because of the battles here, but since I already beat him, may as well. I don't think I need to heal either, because, I mean, I'm low on psychics, but not like I'm really going to use psychic up there. Besides, I gotta teach Hidden Power Water in the place of Confusion. Should probably do that right now, actually. Oh, PP up Psychic. Hey, man, yummy. Man, no hiker today. Those who don't know, in Emerald version, whenever you do the cable car cutscene, there's a 1 in 64 chance you find just a hiker walking up and down. Sometimes it can actually be a Pokemon. Or I'm not sure if that's unused, though. I know there's some unused data to show that there could have been other things walking up there, including like a Poochyena, but I think those are unused, but you can at least find a hiker. Yeah, so far, besides the very inefficient grinding for Psychic, that was very inefficient. At least, the rest of it's going good. Honestly, I wonder if it is truly better to just thief the nuggets for Psychic. Because it does mean you're going to be a lower level for, like, for Tate and Liza, but you can probably make up the training on the water routes. Then again, I'm not sure how tight the level is. Like, do I need every rare candy plus fight almost every one of those water trainers? Maybe if it's not that tight, it might be faster to just use the thief strat. I mean, I'm not going to do a second run today. I can always do one in the future if I want to. I'm probably not going to do this right now, but I think maybe in the new year, I'll have a new segment for a live stream where I will look at my leaderboards. Like, I plan to have this, like, let's just assume it's a Thursday. I might call it, like, re-rank Thursdays. Re-rank blank day. What I would plan to do is, I would look on my leaderboard for 3 Pokemon that only got 1 playthrough, and I'll ask, okay, guys, who do you think deserves another chance at a run? And then I let y'all vote on it. I think that'd be fun. I might start doing that in the new year. Semi-Seer deserves a chance. Well, I can't do a re-rank if I've never even played it. Thief gives you more security to get Psychic. No Thief is possible, but it's pretty tight. Yeah, it absolutely was. Plus, the training around Watson is obviously nowhere near as good as, like, the other parts of the game, like, later on. Yeah, I think the true best way to do that section is just go backtrack with Thief and steal nuggets. Okay, there's a Meryl. I'm going to try experimenting just getting the Meryl in that grass instead of the water, because the encounter rate in the water is pretty dang bad. Plus, they tend to be at higher levels and it makes them harder to catch. But it is guaranteed, like I said. But maybe I should just do it in the grass instead. It is a 20% chance, but then again, so is finding a fly user. But with the nest ball, it makes the catch rate guaranteed without even doing anything. Hey, come on now. This guy's pulling a Norman. You know what's funny? He kept spamming Teeter Dance, even though he had Focus Punch. I mean, wouldn't have done much, but still. Alright, it says here, Slacking likes to use Yawn even though Insomnia says no. Wouldn't he know about the ability and just not do it? Or I just 3-shot it. That works. Dude, yeah, his Linoon's pretty bad. Alright, let's see. Winona. Moveset. Psychic, Headbutt, HP Water, Hypnosis. When you get level 40 Meditate, drop HP Water. We don't need it until after we get Calm Mind, so I will need to get the backup. For Winona, if you have Meditate, Psychic Swablu. Okay. I'm getting this ether just because I sold my other ones. Yeah, unfortunately, Hypno cannot learn Thunderbolt. I use Lepa Berries whenever I sell ethers. You know what? I always forget I have those. Like, I pick them up every run, but I always forget. I think it's just because I normally pick up a lot of the ethers anyway. So that I end up just using those first, because if you think about it, it technically takes time to scroll from the items bag to your berries bag. And if you're just in the items bag, you can use potion and ether and it this like very close to each other. You don't have to like go to other menus. Also, I'm going to experiment fighting both of these guys at once. Because maybe fighting them both at once is faster. Hey, this personberry. think if they had one Pokemon each, it would be faster. But I think if they have two each, then it's not. Let's see. Before Tate and Liza stop at Lily Cove, Hypno wants sub right away. Otherwise, Hypno's going to struggle a lot with Maxie and Archie. Calcium and Iron Vitamin of the Day. And then grab Shadow Ball. Hey, what's weird? Sometimes it rains on this route, sometimes it doesn't. Is there some sort of timer that, like, goes off? Like, does it have to do with the clock in your room? I don't know. I always set it to just the default 10 a.m. Just because that's the time it's on. Do not let the Hex Maniac get you. She has Sableye. Is she one of those, like, predictable spinners? Like the ones that go up, right, down, left? The clockwise spinners? Predictable? Okay. I almost always, try to dodge those, but just because you said that, I will save before them. I have myself to blame for that one. At least in the gym, I'll attempt to use those, Lepa berries, ethers. Will you come on, guys? Hit the Zigzagoon. Come on, you know you want to. Did you guys see how little Pursuit did? Oh. I'm gonna one-shot that anyway. Yeah, that growl didn't matter. Let's see. Psychic the Swablu, Hypnosis, and Reset. That's the first time I've seen it use Perish Song in quite a long time, actually. Can't believe my first reset was because of Perish Song. Alright, Oh, right, Hypnosis it first. A Hypnosis plus 6. No, you don't. Okay, it is kind of annoying I ran out of headbutts. Oh, geez, that hurt. Okay, we're good. We're good. Enemy Perish Song's broken in a solo challenge. Yeah, it is. It literally is a death sentence move. No, we cannot learn Thunderbolt. Hypno does not get much move coverage. I mean, we get Ghost in fighting, but like in the original Gen 1, you were essentially just stuck with normal and psychic moves. Along with Meditate. I'm gonna fight this guy real quick. Oh yeah, in Gen 2, yeah, in this game, I could get the elemental punches. They're egg moves, or tutors in the battle frontier. Oops. Well, that's annoying. Okay, get rid of this Poochyena. Not often I do something like that. That was annoying. Yeah, medic gross. Hey guys, should I get rest? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of hypnosis. Alright, I'm gonna sell some vitamins. Let's see, my vitamin of the day is calcium and iron. Okay, do not sell that. Alright, so first things first, calcium. Let's see. I'll get 3, 4 of those, and 2 irons. Revive. Alright, time to get Shadow Ball. Alright, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this guy is not a spinner. Yeah, normally, if you need a ghost-type move for Tate and Liza, you would just get Hidden Power Ghost. But, we needed Hidden Power Water. Alright, that guy is a Wobbuffet. No doubts. Get Ike's favorite item. Alright, let's see. What's the plan for this section of the game? Doesn't look like I'm getting any new moves. What am I gonna be teaching Shadow Ball over? Psychic, HP Water, Calm Mind, so probably over Meditate. Probably not over, probably over Headbutt. What the, dude? Freaking roared me. Oh my god. Headbutt? Okay. Yeah, Hypno does not handle double battles good. You know, I'm very close to wanting to put Headbutt in slot 1. Just because of the abundance of dark types here. Alright, grab the sea candies. Fight all the good trainers. So it looks like after rare candies, I need to be level 58. That is, pretty feasible. Alright, PP Max. I'm not going to use it on Psychic because I already used 2 PP ups. I don't know what I'll use it. I don't know what I'll use it. Probably Hidden Power Water. You know what? I hope you guys... It looks like a majority of you voted over. I think this might end up being over. When I was comparing this to Jirachi, I guess I negated the fact that Jirachi did not need to grind for Psychic, which easily took a lot of time. Yeah, that was definitely an error on my part. I mean, the run's been going good so far, though. Okay, that'll be enough setup. Once you get to +3, there is a very high likelihood that the opponent will use Roar, and Substitute does not block Roar. Unless you enter Maxi 2 with all your HM mules dead. Yeah, true. I think what I would have had to do is after, like, the whole Aqua section, I'd have to, like, not heal at the center to keep the HM users dead. Honestly, there is a very good chance I may not need to do much training. Because usually, before, Kate and Liza, I'll usually have around 10 rare candies. Yeah, I think this could have been a double battle where I could have fought them, like, both at once, but fighting them both at once is probably slower. Yeah, I think it is. Also, what's weird is in Emerald version, Matt lost his Sharpedo. In Sapphire version, Matt had a Sharpedo on his team that actually made this fight somewhat tricky, but for some reason it got rid of it. Maybe they wanted it so only Archie had the Sharpedo. Yeah, there's just dark types everywhere. I just watched the Diamond and Pearl episodes of when Team Galactic was doing the one big one, and the voice of Cyrus was Sean Schemmel using his Goku Black voice way before Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, I know a lot of those animes generally shared voice actors, but I did not know about the voices of those. I never watched much of the Diamond and Pearl era. I only watched like the first 20 episodes and then like 10 random episodes that were scattered across different seasons. I did like the Gen 4 movie. I honestly, in my opinion, the Diamond and Pearl era like movies, those were honestly some of the best in the whole series. I really loved the trifecta of the Darkrai one, the Giratina one, and the Arceus one. I have 2 of those on DVD somewhere. The Pokemon channel on my Samsung TV channels, they've been replaying Diamond and Pearl season for over a week. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but there's an actual Pokemon TV YouTube channel now, and they've been uploading every day the original anime episodes. They started with episode 1. I remember when the channel was originally created. I think it was created like 7 or 8 months ago. And right now they're in the Johto League series right now. They already did the Kanto season, the Orange Islands, and the first Johto season. Now they're on the second Johto season. And sometimes they'll drop in, like, I remember when they dropped the original Pokemon movie for like 2 weeks. Yeah, it's free too. The one disadvantage is that the whole channel is a made for kids channel. So if you're on the YouTube app, you can't just like have the video like play while minimized or like in picture portrait mode if your phone supports it, because when a video is made for kids, it will not play in the background. It's so annoying. Alright, that should be enough training. How many candies do I have? 11. Oh yeah, that'll be enough. I'll probably get level 61 by the time I actually start Tate and Liza. No. Do not teach Shadow Ball yet, because I think one of these trainers has a Giraffe Rig. Hey, Alex Mills. Ash got straight up raw made to the semifinals and lost to a dude that used Pickaxe Dark Ryladios. Yeah, I remember. I never watched that episode. I never watched the Sinnoh League Victors season, but I remember that one specific guy because everybody talked about him. I first heard about him from an old Dobbs video. I'm not sure if anybody remembers that channel, but I first heard about it from his channel about NPCs that use legendaries. Nobody even knew where that guy came from, why he had those Pokemon. He just randomly had 2 legendaries just for no reason. And I think to this day he's never been seen again. Psych up, no. Future Sight, no. Shadow Ball in the place of Headbutt. Alright, I might be able to get off... Yeah, 1 Meditate. That dude was just Plot Device. Alright, I'm on my own now. Alright, that was pretty easy. I will say, though, this would be a lot harder if Shadow Ball was a special move and not a physical move. Yeah, Ash was never meant to win. Ash was so never meant to win that when he did actually win, they just retired him. I mean, I'm sure that's not the real reason, but... yeah. Teach Calm Mind and Hidden Power. Oh, I should do that, actually. Okay, yeah, Psychic and Water is not perfect coverage against everything. I'm not going to have good damage on Crawdent or Sharpedo, but with Calm Mind, I should be fine. Oh yeah, time for some super training. I never did much super training as a kid, but whenever I did do it, the music kick is a banger. Yeah, we're kicking soccer balls with this one. You all saw nothing. I totally did not use Psychic on a Dark type. You know what's funny? He used Taunt on Matang, and that was actually kind of useful. Although this fight has been cutting it kind of close. Juan and Hiker, Wally, after Tate and Liza, okay. Yeah, this is essentially my final moveset for the league. Oh, each dive. Oop, accidentally pressed the pause button. I thought that was the surf text for a sec. Hey, Axu, you know what I found out from watching Matt's recent Emerald video? Or not his Emerald video, but his recent Tyrantrum video. He was mentioning Emerald. Uh, he actually plays Emerald with a control stick, like how on like an Xbox controller there's a control stick and a D-pad. He uses the control stick when playing Emerald, which is kind of insane to me. The only time I ever use the control stick is in Gen 6. And I haven't drank my soda at all today. Calm Mind. Water Pulse, Calm Mind. Oh no, Leer, whatever shall I do? He has Leer, but all special moves. Crab Hammer, something else. I think it looked like it had only special moves. Yeah, we do not need any more rare candies. Oh, but it does look like before Steven, we will have to get rest due to a lack of rest. Which makes sense. Who has been the most trouble? Technically, sorry I'm reading this message late, but my first reset was literally Winona using Parish Song. Which I've almost never seen her do. But I will say the thing that's been annoying about this run is getting Psychic before Watson, because it takes a lot of fighting specific trainers, not buying much stuff, selling a lot of things. I should have used Thief to steal nuggets to get the money faster, but I chose not to because I was worried about the lack of levels. But I was clearly over-leveled for Tate and Liza. I could have just... I could have just used Thief. Yeah, if I were to re-rank this, I would absolutely use the Thief strat. And also, the reason I can't just start the whole, like, re-rank Thursday or re-rank blank day, just why I'm not going to start those just yet, is because I'm already working on a bigger project. Besides, I don't like starting new series, like, right away. I'll start doing it next week. Like, I want to plan those in advance. So I can, like, figure out, like, how to do it. When's the best time to do it? Stuff like that. But yeah, I'm thinking in the new year as well, I'll bring back the random solo run streams. I want to try and have it to where, like, maybe I do, like, within the same week. Like, I might go back to one video a week. I think doing 2 a week was just too much. Plus, the second video was being hurt by the first video, because the first video was hogging views. But, I want to do the one video a week, do, like, one solo run random stream, like, one re-rank stream. I don't know what to do for the other streams, so, but I have plenty of time to figure that out. We might end up beating Wallace under 128. Not gonna make that mistake again. Okay, yeah, this guy is gonna be annoying, because this guy has a powerful grass type. Okay, thankfully he never used Needle Arm, because that actually is his best move against me. Mist, Protect, Stockpile, and Swallow? Dude, this thing doesn't have an attacking move. Dude, this is why I generally am not a fan of the original Hoenn games. A lot of the trainers just have dumb teams. You know, technically, I could have deposited my HM users to avoid Roar, but it does mean after Steven, though, I would have had to run to Oldale to the center, but who knows? Might have been worth it. It just means I can only set up to +3. Well, that's annoying. Well, that didn't affect anything, at least. Alright, Phoebe's sub 3. Oh, my over is 128. I thought 128 was my under. Yeah, this is gonna end up over. Yeah, I don't see how this will get a 125 to 128, especially since I have to get leftovers. Besides, who says I'm going to beat Steven first try? Glacia, 2 Calm Mind Sweep. Yeah, I'm generally not the biggest fan of using Body Slam for Glacia because the hail damage still makes you lose more health anyway. But for this run, it's not a big deal. And it's so good I've only had to use 1 elixir this league. 1, 2. He's gonna protect again. Oh, I assumed he would have. Alright, I do outspeed everything in the game, so no need to set the sub back. I was a bit worried about the Altaria, though, but no, we're good. Psychic the Whale Lord to see if it water spouts, Calm Mind if full restores. Yeah, that's generally what I do. You never want to set up on the Whale Lord if it's at full health. All because of the chance of water spout. Oh my god, that hurt. Okay, I'm a bit worried. I don't think I'll need to sub, but I don't think Psychic is going to kill the Milotic. Alright, I'm going to have to sub here. Yeah, this Ludicolo doesn't really like attacking that often. Question is, will a +3 Psychic one-shot a Milotic? Barely does not. Dude, the Citrus couldn't even put it out of full restore range. And I get a crit. Hey, I beat Wallace in the in-between. So if this was the in-between, I would have won. But yeah, this is going to get over. But still, this thing competed pretty good with Jirachi. Honestly, I think if I did the money grinding more efficiently by using Thief to take nuggets, this thing can definitely be like 5 minutes faster. I think it actually would beat Jirachi. Like, Jirachi is really held back by the slow level up group. Alright. I'm going to need to go ahead and get the leftovers. Oh, dang it, I was so close. Dude, it is so hard to skip these guys sometimes. Alright, so let's see. Teach Attract over Psychic. Alright, teach Attract in the place of Psychic. Yeah, we're just going to be spamming Hidden Power Water that fight. Because it does neutral damage to at least everything. Alright, Attract right away. Honestly, I think sub turn 1 would have been the better strat to avoid a potential toxic turn 1. Alright, so the goal here is to get to +6. Oh no, not a defense boost. Okay. Sweep. Oh. Let's see. Oh, Attract Cradley for safety. Alright, the reason why I settle with HP Water is that Claydol is more problematic than Metagross. It has Light Screen, +6 HP Fire would not breeze through it easily. Earthquake is gonna hurt. $130.37. With 1 reset, 0 blackouts, level 70, game time 554. Really good. If it weren't for the fact that the Swablu hit me with Parasong, this would have been a 0 reset run. Yeah, unfortunately, this did go over, but honestly, it was still sort of a good estimate. It was sort of close. A proper estimate would have been like 130 to 133. That would have been a more appropriate guess. But then again, if I had done the whole grind for Psychic more efficiently, this thing could definitely beat Jirachi. Because Jirachi had 2 playthroughs. Alright, let's see. We were level 70. 1 reset. Real time 130.37. Go ahead and get a picture. Alright, everybody, so if we take a look at the leaderboard right here, Jirachi, or Hypno, is in 4th place. It got the top 5. It did about 3 minutes faster than Gorobus. And here's the funny thing, Gorobus starts with Whirlpool, but what really helped Gorobus was Calm Mind and Psychic and Stab Surf. Stab Surf is really good. Kyogre is an absolute monster. Groudon is very good as well. The main problem with Groudon is Mudshot is 95% accurate. I did have to avoid trainers with flying types for a bit. The main thing that really held Groudon back, though, was Kyogre one-shot a lot of stuff that Groudon had to two-shot, even though things were relatively easy. Plus, it did have to do Bruno. Bruno. It did have to do Brawly early to get bulk up, and Groudon doesn't exactly have the best time with him. You voted over? Yeah, over was correct. I think my over-under would have been correct if I had done Psychic more efficiently. But anyway, I think besides Psychic grinding for the money, I think I played this run pretty good. But yeah, Thief would have been the better strat, because I was just worried about needing the levels, but after I used my 11 rare candies before Tate and Liza, instead of being just 58, I was 61. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, I could have skipped a lot of those early game trainers, and potentially I could have skipped the Shoal Cave and the Magma Hideout candies. I could have skipped those. But then again, you guys saw at level 69 that Hidden Power Water was barely not one-shotting the Skarmory. So I think maybe the candies still were necessary, but at least just use Thief for the Nuggets. So I played Groudon differently. Yeah, this second Groudon playthrough was done quite a while ago. I think I did it offline in the Discord. But anyway, yeah, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be... I don't remember if I had a stream tomorrow. I don't think I did. Yeah, no. Tomorrow, I'll be uploading another Legacy upload. If you're curious how many of those I have 5 of them total. I've already uploaded Nidoqueen, Vileplume, and Primeape. Tomorrow will be Pokemon... Oh, the schedule says Leaf Green with the Electrode line. That's incorrect. Yeah, that is completely incorrect. That is Leaf Green with Snorlax. Yeah, ignore that. That's a typo. It's going to be Leaf Green with Snorlax, and then next week will be the final one. It's Pokemon Red with the Electrode line. Fun fact, I was going to make a 6th episode of Pokemon Sapphire with the Gyarados line, where I actually had Magikarp, and I got a bunch of Zigzagoon to farm for rare candies. I was recording that playthrough, but I got so sick of doing it. I remember this. I was so sick of doing it that I just quit doing it, and I canceled the video, and that was when I quit doing the original solo run series. So yeah, that video never got released. I don't even have the old footage. If I did, I didn't think of backing stuff up. Then again, I don't normally back up footage to stuff that I don't upload. But yeah, anyway, the next stream will be Wednesday at 7 p.m. I will do some Stadium 2. Same with Thursday. And then Friday will be Emerald with Mr. Mime as a video. And then Saturday, Ike the Killer wanted to do Grafai, that artist poison normal type from Gen 9. Yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, I will see you all later. Bye.